What's going on? Tectonic Edge here. We're going with some more mono green Tron. Got the die roll. Nice. See the opening hand and wait for it. Wait for it. There we go. And it's a Lurrus deck, so probably red-black. That's been the most popular right now. This hand is honestly too slow, so mulligan. It's turn 4, but too slow. And this is a slightly worse hand. And 2, there's our turn 3 Tron. We will keep this. Got to put 2 cards on the bottom. 1 Karn. Do we go for the All Is Dust or do we go for the Karn? Which do we think will be more impactful? Given that this is a red-black deck, I'm going to say the All Is Dust is probably the better keep. Now, granted, I'm going a lot off this Lurrus here, so I could be wrong. Might have done better to have kept the Karn, but we will find out. We'll see how much of a board state they put down. And do we have a turn 1 monkey here? Oh, no. Alright. Not the colors I was thinking. Artifacts. Oh, this is hammer time. Oh, I definitely kept the wrong permanent. That's a decent find. Crack for green. They're going to get to draw a card here. No way to help this. We need the land. But, yeah, we're probably dead here. Urza Saga. No, we're not dead. Interesting. Do they run anything out here? Alright, we'll see if they grab anything. They grab an Ornithopter. Well, because we have nothing better to do and we don't want them to keep drawing cards, we will take out their 2 colored permanents and hope we draw something else. Because, yeah, that Urza Saga might be an issue. All right, swing 1. Is that worth casting? Probably. This is a very weird hand for hammer time. Alright, here's the Urza Saga activation. They go for the double activation. That could be the move. They're going to go grab a 1-drop, which the Blast Zone will be pretty helpful with. I'm thinking it's going to be Pithing Needle. Naming Karn Liberated, if I had to hazard a guess. Oh no, the Shadow Sphere. Into another Urza Saga, alright. Oh, they had the Pithing Needle in hand. Gotcha. It's interesting that while they're naming it, these didn't update, but I guess it doesn't quite matter there. It's not really a game state update. Do they swing? I actually think we take the trade. Does Expedition map help us? Not really. So we may as well run out the Blast Zone. And pass. So we're pretty much playing defensive until we can draw something big. Yeah, we may as well run. Okay. Yeah, I don't see a point in attacking here. We'll just run out the Expedition map. And pass the turn. We'll take a little damage this turn and go for the block with the Death Touch. In step, we'll crack the Expedition map, then our deck a bit. We don't really need more mana, so we'll go ahead and get a green source. Wait for our opponent for just a second. Any second. Maybe they're debating putting Lurrus into their hand. Or maybe they just walked away. By the way, I found a soundboard. So yeah, I'm going to be having some fun with that. Got a few different sounds queued up here. Used it a couple times in this video. A little worried about the ink moth. And hopefully we draw something useful. Ooh. Is it useful? Possibly. We'll just get rid of some artifacts. Hold up the blast zone. That actually puts us in a decent spot here because we can blow the blast zone to weaken an Urza's Saga token. They should be creating one here. If we can ultimate Ugin, we're in a good spot. That's going to be tricky, though. And the longer our opponent goes, the more likely they're just going to find the combo. Ooh, they have in-game step. Oh, no. Yep, no. This is just what I just said. They're going to create the... For a second there, I was thinking they were going to do something a little different. But there's the construct. Do they create a second one? Hopefully they don't have a second Pithing Needle in the deck. That would be unfortunate because they can name Blast Zone. Oh. Do I risk it? Yeah, I think I'll risk it. I wouldn't run 2 Pithing Needles, so I'm hoping they're not running 2. Likely they're going to get a 0 drop, because Blast Zone's still threatening their 1 drops. Ah, Welding Jar. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Oh, of course it's another Urza Saga. That's tricky. Mm-hmm. Yep, Welding Jar was a good grab on their part. Is it worth it? I think it is. But we're in a bad spot unless we get a good draw, and Ulamog would be very nice. Alright, well. Come on, Ulamog. There's our Ulamog. Let's get rid of this and one of the tokens, right? Yeah. That was a good find. So we're on top decks, but we've got a pretty powerful board state at this point. Ooh, second Ink Moth. All right. Those could be a little scary. And they're not going to find a way out of it. Is this really hammer time? This feels weird for hammer time. Without a single hammer? Is this hammerless hammer time? It's definitely heavy artifact based though. So we'll take in some Nature's Claims, get rid of these All is Dust. Warping Well may be relevant. Ugin, although Ugin worked very well for us there, it's a little less relevant in this game. So we'll go ahead and pull it. Feels like we are in a very good spot right now, though, because well, maybe. Hammer Time is always going to be a rough matchup for Tron if it is Hammer Time. But winning the first game is big, and then getting our sideboard available for game 2. We're going to play more towards getting the sideboard cards, I think, rather than... If we can get Tron plus sideboard cards in the opening hand, that'd be amazing. If not, I think we value sideboard cards a little bit over getting Tron, but we'll see. Especially this game where we're on the draw. And, yep, that's going to be a mulligan. Not Lord of the Rings, so can't keep the 2 towers. And that does none of what we want it to. Neither does that. And do we go to 3 or do we just keep this? I think we keep this. And hope for something good on the draw. Kind of bad, though. Alright, seems like a good start for our opponent. Do we have to? Yes, we have to. I hate it, but we kind of Stalling doesn't do us much good. There's a Saga. And they grab Memnite. Interesting. This almost feels more like an affinity build. I've not seen a hammer. Ooh, that's a good draw. Is Ugin our play? No, that's turn 4. I think that's going to be too slow. I think we go Wurmcoil Engine into Thragtusk. I mean, they do have two things that are going to keep getting bigger. Backup plan on the Ink Moth. Oh, no, that is definitely signs of hammer time. Hammer time, just with no hammer. Granted, from the look of it, they may not need the hammer. If they find the hammer, though, we are dead next turn. E. That's tricky. Is there any one target we really want to get rid of? But it's not a creature. We can get rid of this. Does that buy us the time we need to recover? What are the chances they have the hammer? They know about the Wurmcoil Engine, so I'm assuming they prepared for the Wurmcoil Engine. But if you may cast ours and equipment as though they had flash, that's the tricky thing. Oh, the Urza Saga is going to let him get it. Is it just the Urza Saga? This could be a gamble. If they have it, we're just in trouble already. But they didn't have it. All right. We are going to take a bit of damage here, though. Likely 9 damage. And they're going to gain a decent bit of life. So Sigarda's Aid does say whenever an equipment enters the battlefield, it doesn't say it has to be cast. So they would have just gotten Hammer here with Urza Saga. I could have just gotten rid of the Urza Saga. That might have been the better play. Because it would have, if I thought they didn't have it in hand, would have stopped them from getting an artifact here. I think my best draw would be the Oblivion Stone I've got in the deck at this point. A clear board state would be very nice. What do you guys think? Should I have gone for the Urza Saga? I'm beginning to think I should have. If I didn't think they had the hammer in hand, then the Urza Saga, after they couldn't have tapped or created a creature, would have been the move. Just a second. Any second. I'm going to just go ahead and call this. He's going to create the... No, I don't... Actually, he's not going to create the token. He's going to generate the extra mana. He's going to go get the sphere and equip it to the Ingenious Bladesmith. Gonna gain 5 life and swing for 8, assuming he doesn't have something else in hand. Either that, or he's going to create the creature, still swing for 8 or 9. Okay, so yeah, he's gonna, yeah. Looks like he's going for the sphere plan. Does he tap it for mana here? I think he, he hasn't tapped it yet, which, did he miss the chance to tap it? Ah, he did. So he went for the Shadow Spear. Yep. All right. So he shorted himself a mana by not tapping ahead of time, but all right. Ooh. Yep. Not the equip I was expecting, but he's going to make it harder for me to cast spells without him drawing cards. It's a non-creature spell. I am at 4, so that is rough. And that is scary. Alright, the hammer is in hand. Come on, Oblivion Stone. Nope. If he has a Sigardo's Aid in hand, I think we're just dead. Yeah, because we'll die to the Ink Moth. But he could just be giving himself at every possible out, too. So, Sigardo's Aid plus Hammer is pretty much an insta-death for us. Right? Well, yeah. He puts it on the lifelink trample creature. Yeah. I'm beginning to think time might be an issue. Our time's still good. We have 13 minutes. Our opponent may actually not make it out of this game. Is this a bad internet connection, I wonder? It's got to be. He's got to just have a bad internet connection. He hasn't disconnected. I'm watching the game logs, but... He will be at 5 minutes going into game 3. If there's a game 3. I'm not giving up on this yet. You'll know when I give up on it. Okay, that means his last card in hand is a hammer. Oh, nice. Does he attack here? We actually, I think, gain life if he attacks and he loses creatures. But he does get some life if he goes that route. Nope, he's not going to attack. Nice. Those are the scariest things on the battlefield right now. Does he have... If he didn't attack last turn... We don't attack, we keep the stalemate. Drew a land, but he gets a redraw off of it. When he goes to combat, we'll crack the Blast Zone. Okay, yeah, and that is a scoop. So he did not think he had it. We would have had the Chromatic Star. Yep, we would have wiped out that, gotten that. The redraw would have been a power plant, but we would have played the Thragtusk, started gaining life, and we were starting to recover. Nice. All right, cool. Some long games against Hammer Time, but we got there. Thank you for watching. If you made it all the way in, consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel. Tectonic Edge here, signing out.